Ma Dongzi, the strongest man, fought zombies instead of people, easily taking down 6 train cars. Yet, in the last car, he succumbed to human nature. In the end, Gong Yu's character was injured while saving a woman, opted to go to the back of the train alone, transformed into a zombie, and silently jumped off the tracks to exit this world. The 2016 film, hailed as the most touching zombie movie, Train to Busan, made everyone cry and made Ma Dongzi famous overnight. 4 years later, Train to Busan 2 brings a new story, revisiting the past. Set against the ongoing apocalypse, the virus spreads as refugees evacuate South Korea. Jung Sok is currently driving his sister and brother-in-law's family to the last ferry out of the country when they come across a family stranded from a car accident. Seeing the bloodstains on the man's clothes, Jung Sok accelerates past despite the mother's desperate pleas for her daughter. The family eventually catches the refugee ferry as planned, but an accident occurs when Jung Sok and his brother-in-law are not in the resting cabin. 4 years later, South Korea, once one of Asia's 4 little dragons, has vanished from the earth. Jung Sok and his brother-in-law, who survived, are extradited to Hong Kong. Without nationality, they live at society's bottom. One day, a gang leader discovers them. 4 years prior, during a deal, he accidentally left $20 million in a Seoul neighborhood. He gathers these 4 people to return to Korea to retrieve the money, promising to split half of it with them once the job is done. Before long, the 4, tired of their lowly lives, board the ship prepared by the leader without hesitation. The trip also provides them with 2 satellite phones and unlimited firearms, representing their sole mission, to drive the truck loaded with cash back within 3 days. The 4 of them return to their hometown under the cover of night. After finding a car that can still start, they begin searching the city streets. Thanks to a sister who drove a taxi in Seoul pre-apocalypse, they quickly find the target vehicle. After confirming the trunk is full of bags of cash, they prepare to drive back immediately to avoid any delays. But at this moment, an old driver occupies the driver's seat. Without much thought, the brother-in-law opens the door, ready to unbuckle the seatbelt and pull him out. The old driver suddenly opens his eyes, and the brother-in-law barely escapes a bite. Jung Sok quickly pulls him away and shoots the zombie, killing it. When the brother-in-law accidentally touched the horn, a nearby group of sound-sensitive zombies went berserk and rushed towards them. Jung Sok tells his brother-in-law and teammates to flee while he stays to fend off the zombies. After they reverse the car, he hesitantly jumps into the truck and speeds away. Soon, they shake off the zombies and head towards the port. But just as they are about to celebrate their impending fortune, flares suddenly fall in front of their car. Shocked, they stop the car, and a group of zombies, attracted by the light, rushes towards them. At Jung Sok's reminder, the 2 cars step on the gas again, ready to charge through. But unable to dodge in time, the brother-in-law's car in front is hit and stops, and the truck loaded with cash crashes into it. Jung Sok, in the passenger seat, is thrown from the car. As he rises, flares illuminate the sky, attracting the zombie horde that rushes toward his brother-in-law. Jung Sok grabs his weapon to rescue his brother-in-law, who successfully opens the truck's tailgate and escapes inside. Meanwhile, Jung Sok is surrounded by zombies and runs out of bullets, forcing him to engage in close combat. But as more zombies swarm him, just as he's about to be trapped, a BYD car suddenly arrives, knocking the zombies away. When the window rolls down, the driver is a young girl. Jung Sok gets into the back seat at her invitation. The girl skillfully maneuvers the car, and in no time, they shake off the zombies and drive away. Amazed, Jung Sok looks ahead and sees an even younger girl in the passenger seat. Before Jung Sok can speak, the young driver turns sharply, leaving him stunned. The girl skillfully maneuvers through the apocalyptic streets, clearly knowing every route. Every turn is perfectly executed, and the zombies become like bowling pins under her wheels. Finally, they reach an underground passage where she performs a series of maneuvers to hide the car. At this moment, The younger girl, Jin Jin, looks back and sees Young Sok has fainted. When he gradually opens his eyes, the door below slowly opens, revealing a group of zombies crawling out. Soon, several ravenous zombies bypass him and rush into the arena, where humans with numbers on their chests and backs must survive for 120 seconds for the amusement of the spectators. The mustached man is a special wild dog they just captured. The group of 4 was originally sent to the island to retrieve a truckload of cash. But just as they were about to return, they were attacked by mysterious flares, attracting a horde of zombies. 2 teammates were bitten and killed, while Young Sok was saved by 2 mysterious kids and disappeared. Only the mustached man hid in the truck's back compartment and escaped. Soon, a brightly lit advertising truck with loudspeakers arrives, drawing the zombies away from the truck. Then, several small cars stop nearby and take the truck with the mustached man away. The convoy arrives at a camp, where they learn that this was originally a rescue unit sent during the virus outbreak 4 years ago. After the evacuation, they were forgotten. Sergeant Wong, who returned with the truck, finds the mustached man in the back and treats him like a wild dog, sending him to the film's opening game without questions. The injured logistics officer hesitantly inspects the supplies from Sergeant Wong, only to find bags filled with cash. At dawn, the injured officer reports his findings to camp leader Seo Sang-woo. They discover a satellite phone among the cash. As soon as they extend the antenna, the phone rings. Seo Sang-woo quickly answers and learns from the conversation that the mustached man and his group were sent to retrieve the cash. The caller states that whoever delivers the money to the port within the specified time will be promised a way out and half of the cash. As night falls, after a day of discussion, Seo Sang-woo and the crippled officer decide to secretly drive the truck away, leaving the place they dream of escaping. Meanwhile, Young Sok, who was rescued, finally regains consciousness. In the shabby room, besides the 2 girls who saved him, there's also a crazy old man. Upon seeing Jin Jin's mother return, Young Sok suddenly recalls having seen her before.